I don't stash my assets in offshore tax havens in Bermuda or the Cayman Islands, and like them, I believe in shining a little sunlight on the people who govern us. The Prime Minister claims his assets are in a blind trust, but Canadians are the ones completely in the dark. He absolutely knows what his assets were before he placed them into a blind trust. So I'll ask a simple question that deserves a simple answer. Does the Prime Minister knowingly or blindly hold any financial interests in any offshore tax havens? Yes or no?
Government House Leader.
Mr. Speaker, on this side of the House, we are so proud to have a new Prime Minister with a clear vision of the country, with a plan to rebuild our economy, a plan to take on the tariff challenges with the United States, the plan to give prosperity to all Canadians, and of course, a plan to comply stringently with the Code of Ethics for all parliamentarians, which is among the most stringent in the world. He will be complying, that member will be complying, we will all be complying, and Canadians should feel very reassured about that.
How about no?
Do not feel reassured. I certainly did not hear a no in there, but what we do know is that this Prime Minister was implicated in setting up offshore tax havens to avoid paying Canadian taxes. We know he's sitting on stocks from Brookfield Assets, which is riddled with conflicts of interest and benefits handsomely from government conflicts. We know he's perfectly fine to promote companies Brookfield owns on the debate stage, so what will he do to help himself behind the closed doors of government? Canadians deserve to know if he will financially benefit from any current or future contracts Brookfield gets with his government. So when will the Prime Minister come clean and tell Canadians what assets he personally holds?
The Government House Leader.
Speaker, this Prime Minister has been the governor of 2 central banks, has a successful career that I'm sure he's very proud of in the private sector, has come to public service once again, another tour of public service for our Prime Minister with a clear plan to get Canada's economy back on track. That's what the Prime Minister is up to. What he's also up to is stringent compliance with the Code of Ethics that this Parliament has imposed upon itself, one of the most serious and stringent in the world. Canadians should feel very reassured.
That is without a doubt the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Mr. Speaker, if the Prime Minister has a plan, we'd sure love to see it here in Parliament. Mr. Speaker, on the eve of the election, when he was trying to get elected, the Prime Minister went on an Oilers radio show in Edmonton, asked about oil. He said, quote, "There's a massive opportunity. If you look out east, particularly in Quebec, they import about 365,000 barrels a day. 70% of that's coming from the U.S. So we've got an opportunity to displace there." But in the past, well, first of all, he's got a Quebec minister who's now looking at me in complete disagreement with those statements. But even the Prime Minister has said as much as half of oil reserves, proven oil reserves, need to stay in the ground.
The Minister
Which of the
for...
Prime Minister's position should we believe?
Minister for Energy and Natural Resources.
Mr. Speaker, to win this trade war, we will build on Canada's terms to deliver the strongest, most resilient economy in the G7. Canada's new government will cut red tape, fast-track projects of national interest, and guarantee decisions within 2 years.
No!
We are not building just for speed, we are building for purpose, to have a strong negotiating hand and unlock the next generation of Canadian prosperity. We will get projects built to make Canada an energy superpower.
The member for Leduc-Wetaskiwin.
Look, Mr. Speaker, the Prime Minister went on to say, like we've got this resource, at a minimum, we should be using it all the time ourselves because we're going to use what I call conventional oil and gas for the rest of my life and beyond. He said that in Edmonton when he was trying to get elected, but he has a history of saying that we should leave oil and gas in the ground. When will this government finally repeal Bill C-69 to create the conditions that will actually allow us to take advantage of this massive opportunity to be realized?
Minister of Energy and Natural Resources.
Mr. Speaker, I'd like to give a shout out to the Edmonton Oilers who won last night. So, Mr. Speaker, my goal is to get things built where we have proponents. We will make Canada strong and protect ourselves from American tariffs. I encourage my Conservative colleagues to join us in building the strongest economy in the G7.
Saskatoon West.